Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I've put a poll on my Facebook group asking what people want to see, and there wasn't really one favourite. It was mainly an eyeshadow look, eyebrows and eyeliner. So I'm just going to do a full face and focus mainly on those three things. So if you want to see that, please keep watching and like and subscribe. Thank you. To start with, obviously we always need to moisturise, so I'm going to use my, I apologise for how I say this, La Roche-Posay, I think, Effaclar Matte Moisturiser, because I have oily skin and it's very important to moisturise before applying makeup. So I'm just going to do that. Now, I went out on Saturday and I'm drunk and my face is not thanking me for it. It's really horrible today. So I might do a face mask after this. Next to prime, I'm going to use my NYX Tea Tree Primer, which I've only recently bought, so I can't really give a review on it, but it's meant to help reduce shine and redness, which is what I need. And once that's soaked in, we can go ahead with our foundation, and I'm going to use today Clinique Anti-Blemish in shade 2 Fresh Ivory. It's a bit too dark for me, but I've got fake tan on from the other day, so it sort of matches me now. So I put that straight onto my Real Techniques Expert face brush, which I have recently cleaned. It's just like stained. I love this brush. So just buffing that in. And this is just going to be the base. And we will do our eyeshadow and then go back over and finish off our face. A bit more, and this is blendable, so you can add as much as you need. I've got a new camera holder and my mirror is like really far away from my phone, so I'm having to use my camera as my mirror. So I don't know how this smoky eye is going to turn out. I'm going to prime my eyes today with my Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. And as we do in smoky eye, we just want to put it all the way up to the brow. It doesn't really matter if you get anything on the brow because we can cover that up later when we go over them. Using an eyeshadow primer will bring out the colours of your eyeshadow, make them more pigmented, and will reduce the creasing of your eyelid. In your eyelid, not of your eyelid. So, and it's always best to just set that with a bit of powder. With my Real Techniques multitask brush and just a cheap pressed MUA powder. So with today's smoky eye, I want to start with an orange and blend it into a brown so it gets darker as we get to the crease. So as my base colour, that I am going to use my base shadow brush. I call it my base colour. It's actually going to be sort of above my eyelid crease, and it's going to be the colour that all blends all together. I'm going to start with the colour Rust in my Makeup Revolution Ultra Eyeshadow Palette. Here, this is Rust. So I'm going to put that onto my brush, and using circular movements, I'm just going to blend that and follow the crease of my eyelid. And you can just keep buffing this over until you're happy. So buff those over the crease of my eyelid. I now want to go back over that line, but not as high up to my eyebrow, with a darker brown. And for this, I'm going to use the colour Antique from the same palette. Antique. If you've got too much powder on your brush, you can just tap it off on the side of the palette. Because it's easier to build up than it is to rub off. Okay, and we're just going to blend this into that crease. Next, I want to go not over the full crease, but just on the outer edges in a V shape. So I'm going to change brushes to this one. It's the bristles are much stiffer, so it doesn't blend the colour out as much, because I want to keep this quite close to the crease. I can't tell you what make this is because it was only a cheap one from Boots and it just says eyes on it. Sorry, I don't really know. I'm going to go back to my Makeup Revolution palette. I'm going to use a darker brown this time. We're going to use the shade Wood. I'm going to use the shade Wood. Okay, so tap any excess off and take that as close as you can into the end of that crease and just bring it into a V shape. Okay, so once you've blended the darker brown into the outer corner of your eyes, we then want to fill in the eyelid. And for this look, I want to keep it quite simple, so I'm just going to use matte colours. So we're going to go with Chipper from my Unique Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette 1. There's 3. We're going to use the shade Chipper. And just dab that, using the same brush as before. Just dab it over the lid, just to fill in that space. Now what you can do here is you can go in with golden glitter. You can start with a lighter colour and bring it into a darker colour. But I just want to keep this as simple as possible. Okay. I then want to go into the lower lash area, and for that I'm going to keep it orange, which is the colour we used to star crease. So I'm going to put that on the end of the brush and blend under the lashes. Really sorry about my eyeshadow face. Really unattractive. Okay, so that's it for the eyeshadow. We then want to do our wing. So to do my winged eyeliner, I'm just going to use, I don't even know what make this is, I really need to get a new one. It's this little liquid eyeliner. I've got about 4 liquid eyeliners at the moment and 1 gel, and I just don't like any of them, but this is the one that sort of is alright. It's an angled eyeliner brush. So I'm just going to put the eyeliner on there. Try and make the bristles stick together. And this is for the people that voted to see the liquid eyeliner. So always have cotton buds handy, because most of the time you're going to need them for a winged eyeliner, unless you're simply amazing. But I always need them. So just never start off with a line that's too thick. You can always build on it, whereas if you start too thick, then it's very hard to make the line smaller. So I always just go straight around the lid first. I'm actually doing this in my phone camera, this is really hard. Okay, and then I go to the wing once I've covered the whole eye. So, to create your wing, sort of look where your eyebrow ends and try not to go any further than that. I try and line it up. Now, if you want to, you lift your eyebrow to create a smoother base. This is really hard doing it in my phone. I need to do it in my mirror. I don't think I can see. And just pull down and join. This is why you shouldn't do it in your phone camera, because it's really hard. Not bad. I'm going to pick up my mirror. Okay, so once you're happy with your eyeliner, we can then go on to our bottom waterline. Now, I've got quite small eyes, so I always use a white just to open them up a bit. That just opens up your eyes a little bit. And I also have lashes. I didn't bring the package in, but these are the lashes we're going to use today. I got them from Boots. It was buy one, get one half price. I haven't tried these ones yet. I expect they're too long for me, actually. So when you get eyelashes, just see how long they are on your eyes, and you can always trim them down. So yes, I definitely need to trim them down. Just get a small pair of scissors and take off, I think you're meant to take off the end, but I always take in the inner corner area. And once they're at the right size, I'm using my Revlon clear eyelash glue. Just gonna put that over the lash. Let it dry for a while. Don't just stick it straight on, because it will take longer to dry on your eyelid, and it'll be harder to make it stay. And once that's dry, using tweezers, I'm just going to place it on top of my eyelashes, which I don't often use tweezers to do this. You just want to apply pressure down onto it gently until it's stuck. And once our eyelashes are in place, we want to just go over them gently with a mascara, just to darken any of the natural lashes that are there underneath, and thicken them out. I love these lashes. Got a little bit of sun in. And the mascara I'm using, sorry, is the New Skin. Doesn't say, it's just a New Skin mascara. Don't know what they call it, but I really like it. And we want to go over our bottom lashes. And that is the eyes complete. Then with the eyebrows, so this is another one of the choices on my poll in my group, was that people wanted an eyebrow tutorial. So first of all, just brush them down. They're a bit worn off, but I've got them tattooed. I got them done in October last year, so they're sort of worn off by now, but that's why they're quite dark already, so I don't need to go wild. But what I'm going to use to shape my brows today is my HD Brows palette in Vamp. An angled brush. This was from Tesco's, come in a little pack, and they're really good. They're quite cheap as well. I just can't remember. It doesn't say what it is on it, I'm sorry. And I'm also going to go over the top of my Unique Eyebrow Gel in, I think it's just called Dark. which has got fibres in it, so it just picks up the little hairs, give them a bit of extra shape and thickness. So I'm going to use the darkest brown in this palette, which is this one. And with my brush, what I do is I go from the beginning of my eyebrow and I draw a line up to the arch. It's meant to be in a straight line. Doesn't matter, I can neaten that up in a minute. I'm dipping back in my palette and I'm just going to bring that line upwards. Now I don't want to put too much product at the beginning of my eyebrow because I don't want a thick black colour. We want it to look sort of natural. So just keep dragging that colour up until the line sort of disappears. Now my tattoo was drawn lower than than where my hair goes, so I need to sort of put a bit of extra product up there. And then we want to take this line up and down the arch to the tail. And just filling in on my way around. And then for a sharper shape as well, you can do the same on top. So just draw a line. And fill in. Now, if you want to go dark, it's best to go dark on the tail rather than the beginning of the eyebrow. It just gives it a bit more of a natural look if you keep the front a bit lighter. What we can also do is just go over that colour with a spoolie and just soften it out. Now, using a very small, quite stiff bristled brush, I'm going to get some concealer and just neaten up around the edges, which I might have to do in my mirror. So follow the line of your eyebrow. Might be a bit much. And once you've put that on both sides, or you can do one at a time, it's completely up to you. You just need to blend it in. And if you've taken any of your eyeshadow too high, this will also cover that up as well. Thicken out the brows. I'm going to take my brow gel, brush the hairs down and then back into place. Now, this is great for people with quite thin, light eyebrows because it just picks up the small hairs. Okay, and that's brows done. Then I'm just going to finish off the rest of my face. So I'm quite spotty at the moment, so I'm just going to go over again with the foundation. And doing this last will just cover up any fall down you might get from your eyeshadow, and you can neaten up the shape of your smoky eye. Just try not to damage anything you've already done, like your eyebrows. What I'm going to use is Collection Sheer Loose Powder. I usually really like to use the NYX translucent powder, but I've run out. So I'm just going to put this all over. might be a slightly different colour to my neck because I have got a bit of fake tan left, and where I do so many face masks and exfoliation, it comes off my face quicker. So just ignore that. And the bronzer I'm going to use today is my Laura Mercier Baked Bronzer. It's nearly empty, in shade 1. I'm just going to put that on the brush, bring it from my ear in the hollow of my cheek. So this is just sort of like a quick and easy way of contouring. A lot of people do prefer to use powder. And around forehead. If you want to see a video of a full contour using the cream contour palette, I have got one of those videos up, so please do take a look at my channel. Use my NYX blusher in shade Coraline. It's quite an orangey shade. It's really pretty. And I always like to blend that in, but it's completely up to you. I'm going to highlight with my Makeup Revolution highlighter, Golden Lights it's called, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush. Pop a bit on and go over my cheekbone. Can't really see this side because of the light. And I'm just going to dab a bit of that under my brow. Should really use a smaller brush for this, but powdered it. And lips, because we've done quite a nice bright, well, it's not bright, because we've done quite a nice smoky eye, I don't want to go too dark on the lips, so I'm going to keep it quite nude. I'm going to use my Sleek Matte Me liquid lipstick in shade Birthday Suit, and I love this colour. I was shopping the other day and I found another one in like a darky purpley colour. I might need my mirror for this. And that shade dries matte. And that's the finished look, guys. So if I just take my hair down, sorry, I've not felt very well today, so I've literally just had, I just put my hair up like that in the middle of the day because I was fed up. But that's the finished look for you. I hope everyone that played my poll in my group is happy with the look I've created. Thank you everyone for joining in on it. It's really good to get reviews from people on what you want to see. Always pop me a message and just let me know if there's anything that you want me to go over.